No Manato. Guess we're getting S-Rank Manato in the next patch. Since we know this is going to be an oboe patch, first half is going to be we're getting Seed, and in the second half we're getting Orphe. What about the reruns? What we're getting in reruns. If we're thinking about Oboe Squad, Trigger is probably going to be an easy pick here. But Trigger is like a 1.6 unit, right? We all know Harumasa is not going to rerun because Harumasa was given for free. 1.5, Astra, a red rerun on the last patch. Oh, that's right. There's Evelyn as well. And then 1.6, we have the Oboe patch. I don't want Trigger to rerun in 2.2. I do think Trigger is going to rerun in 2.2. What if Seed? Okay, hold on. We're talking that they are going to be DPS units. They are like DPS plus something. What if Seed is like a DPS with high days numbers? But isn't this just Trigger? And then if this is just Trigger, this means that Trigger is going to rerun on this patch. Then we get Soldier Zero rerun here. I don't know how to feel about this. Soldier Zero doesn't work with Seed, probably swap then. Bunny's rerun with Sambi, they don't need to work. Yeah, you have a point. Every rerun usually work well with their main character, Jane and Vivian, Hugo and Lighter. I mean, not every rerun, but yes, I can see that there are some reruns where we got really good synergies. If Seed is supposed to be a DPS that is going to replace Sambi, then definitely Soldier Zero is going to be here, right? This feels like Sambi. If they are both electric DPS units, like for real, then this is the logic. They need to be on two different banners. So this means that Trigger is going to rerun the first half, which is insane. Because my pulls can't get out of this. I don't have enough pulls. What about Eve? Where Eve is going to be here? Manato is a fire stunner, and they're going to get Eve plus Manato on the first half of 2.3. Is this what is going to happen? Am I crazy here? Manato gang, I'm here to provide some copion that he might be S-rank. Source, trust me, bro. I do think he's going to be S-rank. Why Manato is a fire stunner, I don't know, but honestly, I don't like it. For me, personally, looking at his animations, Manato is supposed to be a fire rupture agent, not a fire stunner. But, and Zhao, the tiny bunny as the other 2.3 S rank. Who knows? You know, no character after Manato. I mean, the fact that they decided to not drip Manato right here kind of makes me think that Manato is going to be an S rank in the 2.3. Manato. And then we're getting Eve rerun. And what we're getting in the second half. Let's think about the reruns. If we're getting Sambi and Trigger here, this means we finished all of 1.6. We finished all of 1.5 as well because of Eve right here. So this means we could either start getting, once again, back to 1.0, or we go into 1.7. Which means Vivian and Hugo. Didn't Vivian get a rerun not too long ago? No. Yeah, exactly. Vivian came out not too long ago, that's why I don't feel we're getting into 1.7, but 1.0, we're back into 1.0? Let's suppose if we get Ellen. And the second option here would be Vivian. We need the double rerun soon already. I know, right? Because like they are releasing so many characters. But like, let's suppose, okay, we're getting Ellen. What we're getting that pairs well with Ellen. An ice support unit? The idol who's an ice support? I mean, this is not confirmed, Chad. This is just a bunch of weird assumptions. Chad, this is not even leak stuff. This is just a bunch of baseless assumptions, Chad. It's just heavy copium. Let's get out of idol delusion. I know, right? I know, right? 2.3 being Spook Shack into idols makes sense. Then 2.4 is idols. Okay, right, but hear me out. What about this guy? Please do remember that we have a lot of characters here in the story. We could get Zhao, for example, right? I guess we don't have anyone else, right? Besides Shiyuan. So the only three options that we have based on the ZZZ 2.0 teaser, we have Shiyuan, we have Zhao, and we have, well, what was supposed to be Shiyuan's sister, but I can't remember her name. Shiyuan looks like he can betray us anytime. I mean, Damien is also an option, but I don't think Damien is going to be playable, chat. How am I supposed to say this name? What about the Idol faction? Honestly, I feel that the Idol faction is only coming after all of these things. Can you imagine Damien having Mindscape 6 art? Honestly, I would love to see a Damien Mindscape 6 art, but okay. Anyway. That's not Damien, he's Jones. Idol faction after the main story ends. Yeah, this is how I feel about the Idol faction, just like Astra, for example. So like, I feel that after we clear up out this list right here, maybe not Shiyuan, because she seems like really important for the story. She seems like super important for the story. So let's say she's 2.4. I feel she could be on 2.4, like as the really, really important character. I mean, honestly, Shiyuan looks like an A rank. Let's assume that we get Zhao. What Zhao is going to be? Physical attacker? Why don't they have a physical attack agent? What do you mean? What are you saying? Chat, we solved the mystery. We're getting S rank Billy on 2.3. That's what we're getting, chat. We don't have one that matters. Come on. Bernice is running. Source, I want to pull for Bernice. I mean, Zhao could be an option, but chat just said that Zhao is going to be a physical attacker, probably. I'm not seeing anything else Zhao could be, but I could never see it would be an attacker as well, so you do have a point. She's clearly using Twitter right here. Oh my god, she collects keyboards. That's crazy. She collects keyboards. Why am I just taking a closer look on this right now? Why am I only taking a closer look on this right now? I have intelligent construct here, which is the one that we assume was locked in the 1.3 event, right? That Astra was helping. Manato with Eve, yeah, that was my idea, assuming Manato is going to be a stunner. If he's a stun, then I'm pretty sure that Eve is going to rerun here. But if he ends up being a rupture agent, then I don't know what is going to rerun here. Because we're already assuming that we're going to get Trigger and Sambi, so this is all of 1.6. From 1.5, the only unit that we're missing is Eve. And then we jump into 1.7, which is Hugo and Vivian. What if Shiyuan is S-rank physical rupture? I don't think Shiyuan is going to be S-rank. I think mostly everyone here forgets Qingyi needs a rerun. I mean, yes. I mean, if Manato is a rupture, we could get Qingyi here, not Bernice, right? But if Manato ends up being a stunner, then we just get Manato the utility unit for Eve. And then we jump into the second half, which we're considering to be Zhao. Ellen rerun, like if we get like other girl and she's supposed to be an ice support, let's buy this one from chat, okay? Let's suppose the girl that just appeared in the summer event is an ice support. Then this means that we're going to get Ellen rerun here. I mean, if we get Qingyi here, it would make a lot of sense for Zhao to be a physical DPS. But then, who is going to rerun here? Zhao ends up being the Vnox Void Hunter. I don't know why. Caesar? Caesar just got her rerun. Shut up. Also, fuck Caesar. I mean, we could also get Vivian here. Like, let's be honest. Vivian is definitely an option. Because either we loop back into 1.0 or we start getting the 1.7 reruns on 2.3. Oh, this one.
和爱丽丝一样，这位代理人也是使用剑作为自己的武器，但他们的剑有很大的区别。
There's words are very different.
也大相径庭。可以说，下一位代理人使用的是一把很大的剑，有使用者身高的3倍那么长。因为某种原因，这把剑不能解放真正的实力。一旦解放了，它就会变成一件终极大杀器。最终的效果。
Would you guys say that this is 3 times the size of Zhao? I don't think they are talking about Zhao. It can transform. So like, when they said that the weapon is not reaching its maximum potential, maybe this is what they are talking about. At the maximum potential, it's going to be 3 times bigger than the user, but right now it's not. This could be something. But yeah, I do feel that Zhao is definitely going to be a physical attacker. I'm not so sure about this second half. Everything here is like huge speculations. I don't think Shiyuan is going to be releasing here. I think Shiyuan, if anything, is only going to be releasing on 2.4. I think that 4 patches for the main story looks good enough following Hoyo overall way of telling stories, right? 2.4 might be the ending, or 2.5 maybe, for the season 2 main story. So like I can see, for example, boop, boop, on 2.4 we get both Ye Shiyuan and Ye Guangguan. And then on the 2.5, we get the rest of Angels of Delusion. I could see something like this. Have Manato in 2.3, Zhao here or Idol, and then ending of 2.4, we saw the spin-off with Angels of Delusion, right? And 2.8 as Billy, jumping between strings, dang, we're predicting 2.4 already. I think everyone can agree that Angels of Delusion is only going to happen after we finish the season 2 main story, just like Astra and Eve released after the season 1 climax, right? Now the question is, are they dropping an idol right here before to tease 2.5? Or are they just following the main story, main characters on the season 2 teaser? Because idols are not here. They could just follow the season 2 main story stuff. We go into Zhao, then we go into the 2.4 climax with the 2 siblings, and then we get Angels of Delusion. I just realized that one thing, chat. If Manato is a really rupture and we get Qingyi, we can actually just get Eve right here instead. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. I completely forgot about this option. I'm out of brain juice, chat. I don't think I can think about anything anymore. Seed and Trigger, first half of 2.2. Orphe and Sambi, second half of 2.2. Manato and Qingyi, first half of 2.3. Zhao and Eve on second half of 2.3. Can you put this in the Discord? Yes, I can. Look at Muzzy on the ZZZ General. What do we have here? Muzzy's 3 right now. I mean, you're not wrong.